What's up, everybody? How are you doing today, Mr. Rizzler?
I'm good. I'm Studley the Elf.
You're studying the elf.
I'm Studley the Elf.
Oh, you're Studley the Elf.
Oh my God, you don't.
Wow. You
Yep.
said, wow. Okay. Well, nice to meet you. You stud you.
Let me change my name.
Studley.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. Welcome. Since everybody came here for Crispy, at least that's what he thinks. Let us get started. What are we doing today? Is it we got some A's and B's. Let the Robert Jones Santa come to be. Is he real or is he not? Mystery.
That's yet to be determined. A little more energy. Here we go. Ho, ho, ho. I'm Santa Claus, and I'm fresh back from the North Pole for New Year's, because it's New Year's when this episode is airing. Ho, ho, ho. So we're going to tell you today some different things you should stop doing or start doing. Resolutions in sales. Ho, ho. We're going to have a jolly time, and the two people on the other side of this video are going to freaking enjoy it. Resolution 1. Posting thought leadership content on LinkedIn 3 times per week. The rules are, on 3, you'll say you should stop doing this or you should start doing this and explain your reasoning. All right, posting thought leadership content on LinkedIn 3 times a week. 3, 2, 1.
Start.
Hey, stop.
Man, you literally failed at that. There was one objective and you failed.
That was horrible. All right, Crispy, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, creating content on LinkedIn is always good. Always good. And the new age of this right now is creating satire-based content, which I think is kind of silly. But thought leadership content, especially if you're trying to break into an industry or prove a new strategy or methodology, only benefits you, creates brand credibility, and establishes authority for you as a thought leader in your role.
Love it. Great advice from 2021 when Studley the Elf started doing LinkedIn stuff. I think this is so important that y'all hear, and I really believe this. When you think about stop, I wrote a surround down principle that talks about posting 5 times per week. The question was not whether you should post on LinkedIn. The question is should you do thought leadership, and this is a fact. I'm 88% sure that 90% of all LinkedIn thought content is recycled. And if it's not recycled, almost everything this is real. Almost all this crap that I'm reading is just AI generated manure. I would much rather, instead of doing I put thought leadership all the time. It doesn't work. If you want people to think about your thoughts, you must do a bit more satirical. You must put a bit more videos. You must show about who you are as a person. That will work. And then layer in 1 time per week a thought leadership, but do not do 3 times a week. You must buck trends. You must do something different. So not 3 times a week. No, you should post 5 times a week, and it should be unique. And if you use AI, you're killing yourself. I used to do it. I used to try it. It literally doesn't work.
I agree with that. If you're using AI as your thought leadership, you don't have strong enough thoughts in your stupid brain to actually build.
So, the issue, I say this, I know we're off topic, but the issue with all this is I watch thought leaders that have 120, 200,000, and I look at their posts. That is AI generated. LinkedIn, you're ruining yourself. I don't know how it's going to work, but LinkedIn makes too much money. They have to monetize. And if they do not get their act together, people are going to start leaving. So the reality is they will get their act together. And so don't do bad things trying to copy that's working now. You must do what's going to work tomorrow.
I'm 88% sure that 90% of 31% of that was a pretty good answer. I would also, as Santa Claus, suggest commenting and being open to constructive feedback from your peers. All right, resolution 2. I know where Matt's going to go with this one. Using AI to write all your prospecting emails. Should you start doing this or stop doing this? 3, 2, 1.
Stop.
B.
Yeah, stop. You're supposed to say stop, man. Not A or B. Santa, am I right?
Oh, yes, for sure. Matt, go ahead first this time.
Yeah. using all AI to write your prospecting emails is, I don't think, first off, I think it's a bad question. No one's going to say start to that. They're going to have some nuanced thing that says, yeah, you shouldn't write all of it, but should make it, it should do the research. It should help you write personalized. The reality, that's not true. You must do what will work in the future. And there's people out there saying, use my tools and it'll help you send out bajillions of emails. And so they're telling you to do AI because it helps you send out more emails. If you want to get heard in tomorrow's world, you must send out real videos that are not AI generated with real memes. And that is going to be more effective than have personalized emails with AI. Period. There's a reality of tier 1, tier 2, 3 accounts, and tier 1 accounts get the most effort. Tier 2 and tier 3 get less effort. And there is, yes, you can have some good copy sent that perhaps was influenced by AI, but it is not generated from AI.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that the usage of AI here in the email prospecting realm is more in the sense of how do you find the right targets and the right people, and that's how you use AI to aggregate those lists and contacts together, not using it to generate your content to target those specific people. It's more of a AI powered email prospecting, not an AI driven email prospecting, if that makes sense. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Oh, you two must have resolved to get along more this year. That's great. Agreeing with everything. Resolution 3, asking for referrals from every closed deal. Should you start doing this or stop doing this? 1, 2, 3.
Start. Wow, look at Studley the Elf over there not answering anything like a...
I said stop.
Well, do it with some more gusto.
I heard him.
I said the right word at least.
Go ahead, Studley.
I don't know if I'm misunderstanding the question, but like if every closed deal that I have as a rep, I'm immediately asking for a referral afterward, that's kind of, I don't know how to, like, slimy, I guess.
Studley, what is the question? Repeat it.
Asking for referrals from every closed deal.
Okay.
Asking for referrals from every happy customer to me is different from every closed deal. Every closed deal is like I close everyone and I ask for referrals. I wouldn't do that. That seems very slimy because the customer hasn't seen success yet, and so there's not like a.
You're adding timeline into this, which that question does not.
I'm saying maybe I misunderstood the question, but if it's as plain as asking for referrals from every closed deal, no, don't do that. Wait for customer happiness.
You don't need permission to speak, Matt. Go ahead.
No, I thought there was something else to add because it was such a bad. It just didn't make sense to me. I was like, thought he was going to bring something else. The ethos that you're asking for every referral from every closed deal is so freaking important. So you can't have a loser mentality like Crispy just said, saying, I'm not going to ask every closed deal because I'm going to wait for customer value. No, every freaking customer that touches is going to be a winner, and we're going to help them win. And so, yes, you're going to ask every closed one deal for referral. Now, there should be a process around time and when you do it. But as an expectation, as people, if you work at Super, I might go back right after this and be like, hey, we, as a habit, ask for referrals, because if you don't ask, you don't get it. And so don't have a loser mentality, have a winner mentality, and you will win more.
Man, you should like go into politics. This is very political on that answer.
Oh, no, no politics on this show. All right, resolution number 4. Let's do better this time. Doing daily deal reviews with your manager. Oh, I know where this one's going. You can start doing this, daily deal reviews, or you can stop doing this. 3, 2, 1.
Start.
You're whack if you think that. Start? My God.
Yeah. It says doing daily reviews with your manager. I think I do a play on words here. The reality is there's a level of execution that must be done in this new age where mediocre is the new bad. And so you can't be a bad rep. You must at least be a mediocre one, because AI beside you will be better than you, write better than you, talk better than you, never be response. So you must increase your level of human and what you're doing, authenticity. So when you talk about manager, the question is, who is your manager? How you're doing that? I mean, I think this is me being very, I will blindly and without shame promote Super, is you need a level of execution that is higher than AI, the people beside you and what's executing. And so you must daily review every single one of your deals. And I recommend you use Super, so you don't have to meet with your manager. But you look at every one of your deals, you're managing, you're executing it with a level of standard, a level of expectation, a level of execution that is better than the human competitor against you, and darn better than AI. If you don't, expect to lose.
Yeah, okay, so you're reframing the question into something that I don't think I didn't take this question at what and how you reframed it. You're saying use Super to ensure that all of your deals are being kept up with on a daily basis. Is kind of what you said, like process board. Yes, I completely agree with that. That's why I said no to this question, because I feel that daily deal review, I view that as a 30-minute meeting or a stand-up or whatever it is with my manager every single day to review all of my deals. If I have to do that with reps, it means that I didn't hire the right reps.
You got to live in the future, and the future is daily deal reviews is going to be done with Super, in my opinion, and managers are going to be managers. You're less need for managers. There's only a coach. You don't have managers. The manager is going to be something like Super, and you'll have coaches that help people win in very specific, more like ways, not just managers.
I agree with that. I don't think that this happens in a daily meeting with reps. I think the process board gets ran.
Yeah, I don't see daily deal reviews. I don't see the word meeting.
I mean, I take daily deal reviews as meeting. Like in my experience, is what daily deal reviews mean. Yeah. Is you meet with your manager.
I agree. If you're going to go out there slinging, since we've talking, you're going to go out there slinging Super. Daily deal reviews means getting to 0.
Ho, 10 points to Gryffindor, aka Studley. Matt just removed manager from the damn question, which is a flagrant foul. All right, resolution 5. Ho. You should either start or stop cold calling for 2 hours every morning. No exceptions. Should you start or stop? 3, 2, 1.
Start.
You're a troll, honestly. You're a troll. That's all you are. Trollo.
New year, new me, baby.
All right. Oh man, we've had this conversation before. We battled this topic. Cold calling is like I silence my phone during the day, like that. Me as a user, so I don't like to receive cold calls, nor do I answer them. And I've seen you make LinkedIn posts before of you taking a screenshot of your device and how many missed calls you have, talking about how you'll never answer a cold call. So that's why you're a troll. Number one, cold calling for 2 hours every morning. Cold calls, I don't think, are the best method or channel to reach people directly. Hence why we don't do it here at Super. And so I think that time is better spent in the actual prospecting channels that yield better results than what cold calling do.
President Clinton taught me something very important, and that is let's define what the word is means.
What the word is means?
What the word is means. And in this question, we must define what the word calling means. And again, I'm a mindset person. Cold calling every 2 hours every morning is, if you haven't read this book, it's called, if you haven't read this book, you're not a salesperson. So Crispy, have you read this book?
No. Fanatical Prospecting?
I'll end my case there.
You what?
I'll end my case. You've never read Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blunt that is sales gravy.
So
the idea is a mindset, and it is discipline and consistent execution across. And I will pick up a freaking call at the end of the day if it's going to help me win the deal. The point is cold calling every 2 hours every morning is a mindset. I'm not saying it has to be a phone call. Cold calling doesn't have the word phone in it. Cold calling is I'm executing, I'm setting aside time blocks and I'm executing something with fanatical precision, execution, and dedication. So yeah, you better get your butt up and you better do 2 hours every single morning. If you don't, are you even lifting, bro?
The premise of what you're saying makes sense to me, and you're also spinning this into like a philosophical, political, really.
I believe it was that said, I did not have prospecting relations with that woman. Matt, didn't make any damn sense. We'll move on though. Ho. Resolution 6, the last one. reading one sales book per month. Matt recommend fanatical prospecting and defining what is means. All right, should you start or stop reading one sales book per month? 2, 1.
Start.
Stop.
Well, you're. You go first because you're going to give some philosophical bullshit answer that's baked in a pie or some shit. Go ahead.
Mindsets matter, and I think you understand that. You're a warrior, and you like to execute, and so don't call what is good bad. Just call when you get beat. But this is the resolution 6 is reading one sales book per month. If that's all I said stop because if that's all you're doing, you ain't trying. You must read at least 2 books per month. You better add on a podcast. If it's your craft, which is sales, and you're going to get good at your craft, you need to educate and self-educate. And if you're doing 1 book per month, that is bare minimum mediocre, you will not be elite. Fanatical Prospecting, great book. Challengers Say, great book. Selling, Consultative Sales, great book. Unreasonable Hospitality, great book. Good to Great, great book. Growth Mindset, great book. How to Win Friends and Influence People, great book. If you don't have these just embedded into your core and how you execute, good luck.
You're taking the question so literally. It's like, don't read 1 sales book per month. Read 2 sales books per month. It's like, yes, I can empathize with what you're saying.
Hey, you said stop.
I would argue. I said start.
You said start. I mean, I don't know.
I said start. Yeah. I mean, I would argue most sales reps don't read 1 sales book per month. Hence why I said start. I think sales reps don't read any books per month, to be honest, if I had to guess. So solving for the majority use case, yes, start reading at least 1 sales book per month, like the ones that Bullion just said.
Look, if you want to be mediocre, join Crispy. Agreed. If you want to be
fluffy and give answers,
you're going to be elite. You're going to be elite.
And you want
to read 2 books per month.
Yeah.
You determine. If you read no books per month, you don't want to be a sales rep.
Oh, well, this has been fun. By the way, Matt, I got a question for you. What's the difference between an orange? Oh, all right. We've got one more resolution, and I think you're going to like this one. We'll end it after this and save the public from having to listen to Matt and his logic. But here we go. Resolution number 7. Should you stop or start tracking every activity metric obsessively? For example, calls, emails, meetings, demos, that type of stuff. All right. Should you stop or start? 3, 2, 1.
Start.
Stop.
You're
I believe this. Why
we're gonna get off of this StreamYard and you're gonna be like, I thought of every answer that you were going to say before you said it and said the exact opposite to trigger a reaction out of you. That's exactly what's happening right now. I'm telling you. You're such a about it as well, because when we're on like deal review meetings, you're like, did you log LinkedIn message? Did you log this meeting? Did you log this email? You're that guy who does that.
To be very clear, is and maybe to understand how this works is I do not believe in tracking activities. In fact, if you go to our sales meeting, not once ever have I gave someone, you go to our one-on-ones, my one-on-ones with my sales reps do not have how many activities that you do, because that's not what I track. We track outcomes. In fact, I like to read books, as we just had this. You read 1 book. Hey, by the way, what's the last book you read? What did you read? What book did you read this month?
This month, I've not read a book.
Okay, just wondering. Okay, so here's a book I'm reading right now called Outcomes Over Outputs, which is literally this question. And one of them is I do not track metrics. I've written lots of posts about this. I think it's easy to misinterpret. That's why we don't do attribution. It is we look at you look at behavior tracking, not metric tracking. I don't care how many emails you sent. I care the email was sent within a certain time frame right after a meeting. And we do behaviors. This is the premise of Super. And it's so easy to misinterpret, because what's easy is saying, I just need you to send 20 emails a day. That's not helpful. What is helpful is, are you sending the right email to the right person at the right time for the right reason? And that is where coaching and winning goes. So I said stop, because if you are just doing activity tracking and you're doing obsessively, you'll lose. You must think about the outcome. You must think about the value. You must think about the customer behavior, and then measure for outcome, not output.
You know,
so no troll. Mr. Studley.
Yeah, outcomes over outputs. I'll end this here, and then Santa, you can ring the gong. Outcomes over outputs. I am 2x revenue is what Bullion is for the month, because he's too busy reading books that talk about outcomes but don't actually realize them. So, yeah. Read your books. I'm too busy closing deals.
And we're going to close the book on this episode. It's been a great new year. Not quite sure why the hell I'm here as sales clause. Matt, Crispy, go ahead and end it, boys.
I'll let you give a first try here.
Give the first try. Man, as we get closer to the end of the year, Bullion gives less and less of a what's happening. I can see the progression of this over time, and so as you go into the new year, give more of a about what you do, especially in the realm of revenue. And happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas.
I'd say as you think about this new year, is you'll feel this impulse from society to say you must reinvent yourself, or that you need to do something new or some new goal. And I would challenge you to not follow like a lemming over a cliff. Yes, it's a good time to rethink, but do not just make goals. I think it's a really, really, really good time. And I say this, what is normal in your home is what you're forming to become. And so rather than thinking about a new goal, think about the rhythms that are creating who you are becoming, and think about who you want to become, and then what you're becoming today. And sit with that for a full month and just meditate on who am I becoming and what's normal in my life. And that will matter. You will have 5x, 10x more outcomes based on that meditation that will trickle down the rest of your life. That's my challenge for y'all. Think about that. Who are you becoming?
Speaking of becoming, our newsletter launching in January will be coming to an inbox near you. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to Pardon the POV. Stay tuned for some commercials. Ho, ho, ho.